hundreds of calls a month where guys cannot re-verify their data. One of the common issues that we see is the Coriolis effect. As the bullet leaves the barrel of the gun, the Earth is still rotating, and the bullet is not rotating with the Earth. So it actually rotates from the west to the east. So what that's going to do to our targets is if you're shooting west, your target's going to rotate up and towards us, which is going to cause the bullets to hit lower. And if you're facing east, the target's going to be dropping and slightly moving away, which is going to cause the hits to be higher.
The motion from the Earth's rotation can be split into two components. One that is in the direction of the bullet's flight, and one that is perpendicular to the bullet's flight in the vertical direction. In Wyoming, the vertical speed of the target is approximately 2.7 inches per second. This will vary with latitude becoming greater at the equator.
On the surface of the Earth, the only indication our planet is rotating is in the observation of the sun during the day and the stars during the night. Every day the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, but we are completely unaware that we are traveling to the east at hundreds of miles per hour. Now what if we were to have two people sit on opposite sides of the merry-go-round and try to throw a ball to one another? You can see that as the ball leaves the hands of the person throwing it, it becomes independent of the rotation of the merry-go-round, and therefore follows a straight path. But because the person trying to catch the ball is still rotating with the merry-go-round, they are quickly moved out of the ball's intended path. Because the merry-go-round is spinning counterclockwise, this deflection is to the right. If it were spinning clockwise, the deflection would be to the left. Now, to an observer above the merry-go-round, the path of the ball appears straight. However, to people on the merry-go-round, the path of the ball curves to the right of the intended motion. This also demonstrates how air movement on the Earth's surface can be deflected by the Earth's rotation, a phenomenon called the Coriolis effect. Watch as Amanda pushes the ball out to the center and it makes a complete circle back to her other side. Some important facts about Coriolis force. First, the Coriolis force causes objects to deflect to the right of their intended path in the northern hemisphere, and to the left in the southern hemisphere. This is why low-pressure systems like hurricanes and extratropical cyclones circulate counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. Third, the strength of the deflection is proportionate to the speed. For example, the faster an airplane flies, the more the pilot must adjust the flight track to account for the Coriolis force.
Now, Lord willing, I'll post this link to this video, and you brothers can watch it if you feel the need to. Let's go into some scripts. This is the book of Isaiah. Let's get this right here. Let me see here. Yep, this is the book of Isaiah, or let me get this real quick. This is First Peter's. This is the book of First Peter's 5 and 8, because that's why when I showed you that Illuminati card game, this is all wiles of the devil, man. Because the devil's out here. That shows you he's out here. And this is the book of First Peter's 5 and 8, and it says, Be sober and be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith. It says, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But the main thing is the devil, man. He's like a roaring lion. He's got already a card game that he made back in the 70s with things that he was already planning, man. So how is it that he made a card of flat earth back then, but then now it's being pushed? Because he's playing that card. And you got people that's biting on it. Just like he set up the conspiracy theorist card, man. He has this thing planned out. All right, this is the book of Isaiah 40 and 22. And it says, and it is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth out as a tent to dwell in. So let's go ahead and look at this word right here. Is chawag. And let's play, and it says we'll play this. All right, it's not letting me get it, so I'm going to go through the precepts. See? It's 8, man. And it says circle, circuit, compass. Now I looked up the word compass, and it says an instrument containing a magnetized pointer that shows the direction of magnetism north and bearing from it. And a magnet works, it has 2 poles, north and south, northern and southern poles, man. That's how that compass works. But the earth is attracted to north, magnetic north, as you may say. And it says the next one is verse 2. It says an instrument for drawing circles, an arc or arcs, and measuring distance between points consisting of 2 arms linked by a moving joint, one arm ending in a point and the other usually carrying a pencil or pen. But the main thing is an instrument for drawing circles. And then I looked up the word circuit. It says a roughly circular line, route, or movement that starts and finishes at the same point. And if you have flat, it's not going to do that. It's just one end to the other. It's like you have a circuitry. If you have circuitry, what completes the circuits? The wires. You have to have it continuing. If you have a wire that's just dangling and it's not hooked up to anything, the machine or whatever you're trying to power is not going to work because it's not a complete circuit. And then Simon says lap, turn, round, circle. Circle. All right, let me read these and I'm going to end out. All right, I looked up I think this is Isaiah. Yep, Isaiah 44 and 24. And it says, thus saith the Lord thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretched forth the heavens alone, and spreadeth abroad the earth by himself. And you see right here, I look for stretch. Because apparently they saying that the earth just disappears into utter darkness, or they can't see the curvature. Gotta refresh this. Natah. And the word is natah. And it says to stretch out, extend, spread out, pitch, turn, pervert, incline, bend, bow. Stretch out, extend, stretch, offer, spread out, pitch, tent, to bend, turn, incline. So if you got an incline, the incline is going up. If you're on an incline machine, the machine that it can go up and up, man. So it's turning. If you see a bow, what does a bow have? It has a curvature in it. A curvature in it, okay? That creates that tension that arrow needs to fly out of that bow. All right? But even if you have a long bow, that long bow, when you pull it back, it has what? A curvature to it. All right? And now it's on Proverbs. I'm going to read Proverbs 8:27. It says he prepared the heavens. I was there when he set the compass upon the face of the depths. And that goes back to the word compass right here, which is an instrument or instrument containing magnetic pointers that shows the direction of magnetic north and bearings from it. An instrument of drawing circles and arcs and meaning distance between points consisting of two arms linked by a moving joint, one arm ending in a point and the other usually carrying a pencil or pen. All right, and that goes, and I'm showing you this. This devil already had this set up, ready to go. All right, so with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. And brothers, keep faith, man. We're coming to a crazy times. All right. Around the Passover, it's a fearful time, man. That's why we have to keep humble and keep faith and just pray, man, and hope and pray the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, give us the strength to maintain in these last days. All right. With that, I'm going to say shalom and keep faith.